Here we are finishing up our series on your best health equals your best weight, or your best weight equals your best health. We've given a couple tips already. In fact, the last video we had gave you an idea of what it was like to reach your ideal weight if you had a bowling ball in one hand and a fresh air system in the other hand. That would be 32 pounds to lose. A bowling ball would be 16. So we tried to get you an idea of what it was like to move around if you were a few pounds overweight. We talked about some of the things not to do. Today we'll talk about some of the things to do to reach that ideal weight. You might think that we'd start with weight loss products, which we'll cover in the next video. But we're not going to start with weight loss products here in terms of what to do. We're going to start with eat real food. And when I say eat real food, one of the first things somebody says when they're trying to reach their ideal weight is, oh, they're going to eat things that are sugar-free and low-calorie and fat-free and maybe drink those diet sodas. Well, understand that if those are the things you eat that are sugar-free, fat-free, low-calorie, diet foods, diet sodas, you've replaced a lot of nutrients with chemicals. And so my first thing is, from a not standpoint, stay away from things that say diet, low calorie, low fat. Let's eat real food. And when I say eat real food, let's eat food that has a lot of nutrients, a lot of fiber, and a lot of water. In fact, beyond that, a lot of water, let's drink living alkaline water, which we'll talk about more in just a second. And when I say eat real food, I was just on the phone with my mom. I have a 91-year-old mom who lives on her own, and one of her things, and not so much to reach ideal weight, but to stay healthy, every night she has an apple. Well, if I look at an apple and I go, what could I eat that has a lot of nutrients, vitamins, a lot of fiber, there's a lot of fiber in that apple, a lot of water, why not an apple? And I've had people say to me, well, I don't want to eat those high-fat foods. I don't want to eat any meat. I don't want to eat avocados because they got a lot of fat. Believe it or not, even though it has fat, it's good fat. Helps you reach that ideal weight. Has a lot of nutrients. Has vitamin C and vitamin D in. So my thing is eat real food. Also, just got an email from a good friend of ours, Mary Grace, who runs a bison ranch. They raise bison and grass-fed beef. Neat email. They had a whole conference on how growing grass and growing grass naturally, no pesticides, no herbicides, and that's what their bison and their cattle and their turkeys eat, and so that's some of the food that we buy. So again, from a weight loss standpoint, besides that exercise that you need, besides just being sensible about how much you eat, make sure, if you're trying to reach your ideal weight, that you eat real food.